going on, people? It's your boy Slink Bandicoot, turning to One Piece chapter 752. Quicker than quick on with the chapter. Doflamingo clone attacks Uzi, which therefore makes Luffy and Law drop into the water, so they're both paralysed. And Doflamingo clone is about to attack them, basically. Abdullah and it's not Jet, I can't remember the other guy's name. They come and take out Doflamingo clone. As soon as it's taken out, they basically say that they were tricked, or that obviously Luffy and Law were tricked, obviously by Kelly Funk. But the clone actually came and took out Kelly Funk after Kelly Funk had helped him. So Doflamingo's ruthless behind it. Help me out, and then takes them out straight away. But that's that. And then next time we see that, as soon as that's been resolved, Luffy uses Gear Third Iron Haki or Elephant Gun to break through the underground passageway. So now it's actually fought with the Colossine people. They're surprised about. And we see Baby Five and basically the main Doflamingo family are kind of panicking now because everyone's getting close to them, getting more worrying. And also we see Dungeon now on the march. Dungeon Now's threat, is a big threat, obviously, to look out for him. Switch over to the key, not Retrieval gang, the key Bringer gang, Robin, Rebecca and Bartolomeo. They're basically trying to get towards Luffy and Law, of course, and they can't get on the beat because humans are too big. So they fasten beetles on ropes to pull them along like balloons, looking up from building to get towards Law and Luffy to give, obviously get the key to, so they can unlock his course so be helpful in the battle. And then we see like one panel of Brusaur and Sabo fighting, obviously destroying Dressrosa, just going in the fight. We'll see that fight eventually a bit later, hopefully. And we see Zoro speak, as Zoro seems to be smiling, having a good time, enjoying the fight. Because Zoro's always down for the war, down for the battle. And then in the chapter, we see Doflamingo reminiscing about when he first met Law. I think next week we're going to go into the flashback, and I'll see the chapter. First, I'm going to talk about this chapter. I thought it was a good chapter, to be fair. I'm not really for next week's flashback, but the main thing about this chapter, the thing that gets me is that Doflamingo's clone, I mean, I originally thought when he fought Luffy that he was kind of controlling the clone from a distance, and that it was controlling the fight kind of thing. I don't think it had its own free will that he could go about and actually have conversations and actually set up strategic traps for people. I don't think it would be like that, so I think that's a bit of ridiculous power for Doflamingo to have, especially if you can create multiple clones like that. I mean, the clones are almost like shadow clones in the real, which obviously in a reverse shadow clones that makes sense, but in obviously in the One Piece verse, I think it's too much of a ridiculous power. I mean, especially if it's got its own free will, it can do what it wants to do. I mean, obviously it seemed pretty powerful as well, because obviously he even deflected one of Luffy's punches. I don't think it was armament laced punch, but even still, to deflect one of Luffy's punches like that, the clone's ridiculously powerful. So I really do believe that it's gonna have to be Luffy and Law together versus Doflamingo. There's no way Luffy can beat him on his own. There's no way. Can't see Oda making it happen at all. If it happened, I think we'd on some bullcrap kind of things. So I think it'd be sick to see a 2-on-1 fight for once, instead of Luffy trying to take on the main villain all the time. 2-on-1 fight would be kind of sick, and obviously be better because obviously Law and Doflamingo have this relationship. Therefore, seeing them battle out in the fight as well with Luffy, I think that'll make it that much more spectacular, to be fair. So look forward to that down the road eventually. Next thing, the way that it's kind of funny, the way the key team are getting towards Law and Luffy. It was kind of comical seeing them trying to get on the Beatles. Obviously, that was never going to happen. And like, what the heck doing is going to happen at all. So to then see that they're kind of fastening them on ropes like balloons, that's kind of cool. What my original thing was, I believe it'd be a lot quicker if Don Tata just went over there racing and south. Obviously, they're really fast. Dipped over to them and gave them the key. I mean, Robin, Bartolomeo, and Rebecca don't need to be there really. I mean, unless Rebecca wants to try and, unless Oda's in the thing where Rebecca has to be there, because in the final confrontation, Rebecca's going to be there to see the fight go down, but she's a bit more of a hindrance than a help. And I'm sure, obviously, I think Bartolomeo will actually be a big help in the fight. But I can't see it being a 3 versus 1 against Doflamingo, so I don't think Rebecca, Robin, and Bartolomeo need to be there, or I think better timing out this gave the key to Law. There's Law and Luffy, even though Law's kind of wounded against Doflamingo, that would be the big fight that I want to see, to be fair. And also in the chapter we see Sabo versus Brusaur. I mean, Oda just teased us with this. I mean, we want to see this fight. Obviously, not saying more than Law and Luffy versus Doflamingo, but we want to see this fight going. I mean, Sabo using his new mirror enemy abilities, and obviously his Dragon Talon abilities. We want to see want to see that fight go down. Especially want to see how Brusaur can handle himself without his meters being effective. Obviously, he's got his gravity-based or trap-based abilities. Obviously, he's a very, very skilled swordsman. Obviously, you can assume he's more skilled than Zoro, so I actually want to see that fight go down. Especially if Sabo's either using a pipe to deflect a sword, of Admiral level class person in One Piece, or that's using his dragon talent to defend the sword. But so we want to see that fight go down. Also, we see one panel of Zoro versus Pika. Zoro seems to be obviously enjoying himself, but I want to see that fight as well. Cause how the hell is Pika fending off Zoro with 3 swords with 1 big sword? It doesn't look like he's a fast mover like that, so I really do want to see that fight at some point. But as soon as the end of the chapter, so we're going to flashback now. So to this flashback, Law looks like a crazy motherfucker, basically. Just like a crazy little kid. I mean, obviously he's still rocking the hat, which I thought was kind of sick. He's got bombs all around him. He wants to destroy everything, but he wants to join Doflamingo's crew. And I'm not sure on his motivation. He's still grew up in a blank town, so maybe his town got decimated, destroyed, and maybe he's going around. He wants to join a strong family. Obviously, heard about Doflamingo family, heard the strong, the pirates. Maybe he wants to join them based on that. And I think, as Doflamingo said in the chapter, he reminded himself, that's why Doflamingo probably takes him under his wing, because he reminded himself when he was a kid. But then I think maybe Koro-san comes in, is a kind of a better father/brother figure to him. And that breeds jealousy between the brothers, and that's maybe the reason why he killed him. Because Koro-san seems like a good, even though we haven't seen him at all, seems like a good guy. And Doflamingo, we know he's not the root of all evil, but he's an evil motherfucker basically. So obviously Korra is obviously the good, and I think Doflamingo is bad. So we're going to see, hopefully in flashback next week, what went down there, and the relationship between Koro-san and Law. So that's the video. Give me a like. And want to subscribe to the channel, do One Piece speech and the real chapter reviews. Also leave a comment in the comments section below, and that's me, Bandicoot out.